Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about some knives that I have. Well, we're going to be talking about one of the knives. Let me explain. So as you can tell, maybe if you've paid attention in my recent videos, I have a new case. The old one was getting kind of janky. The pull apart foam was getting kind of finicky. So I got a new Volt case. But you'd also notice that the knives I have here are not the same usual knives I have in my collection. Like this Madco, which I got rid of a while ago. Well, that's not even mine. This beautiful Cygnus right here, which you guys know how I feel about the Cygnus, but I actually will be making an update video on this. So yeah, stay tuned. But also, this is B.A. Bally's Tesseract, and this is a Thomas Balisong Astra. So you guys may be wondering what is going on here. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, then maybe you know. But I am currently in the middle of a temp trade with my friend Bally Yogurt on Instagram. And basically, we did a deal where I sent him a bunch of my knives so that he could try them out for like a week or two or like a week and a half. And he sent me some of his knives, not just only for me to get my thoughts on them and make videos on them, but also for me to anodize them. Because all of these knives came to me raw, or in raw titanium form, except this one, which I redid the ano on. But the Madco, actually also the Madco had a really faded green ano on it, so I did a refresh on that. But the Astra and the Tesseract came to me completely raw, and the Tesseract, he actually gave me free rein on to anodize. So let's take a look at what I did here. I've basically done a dual tone slash fade ano, where I've faded the sides, the flats from gold to pink, and I've done the flats a low volt blue, which looks really, really sick. And I'm actually really, really stoked about how this turned out. But yeah, he wanted me to anodize them, and I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to test out my anodizing skills, experiment a little bit more, get more comfortable with different kinds of things like dual tones and fades. And honestly, I'm really, really happy with like how it turned out. I think it turned out like really super nice looking. I'm just really, really happy with how I did. So without further ado, we are going to start these. I'm going to try to record all these videos today because I've spent like a week with them, but I haven't made videos on them yet, and I need to send them out tomorrow. So we're going to do a little video marathon here, but you guys will be seeing these videos spaced apart. I will be recording a video on the Tesseract, which is I'm doing right now, the Astra, and the Cygnus. And you guys may be asking or wondering, why are you doing a video on the Cygnus again? First off, it's discontinued. And second off, you already did a video on it. And don't worry about it. I'll get to it in the Cygnus video. But this, just to give you a hint, this is a different kind of Cygnus than the one I had before. So that changes things. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Should I turn on the lights? Let's see. Yeah, let's keep them on. But yeah, the B.A. Bally's Tesseract. Now, let's talk about this guy, because this guy is kind of interesting. I don't know. First off, you guys will notice that one of the Balisongs that I don't have, maybe you guys will notice that one of the Balisongs I don't have is my Nakiri. Now, you guys know how I think about the Nakiri. I actually really like my Nakiri. I really enjoy flipping it. It's honestly become one of my favorite Ballys, just because of how nice the balance is and everything. Also, forgive me, these are actual live blades, and you guys know that I don't really flip live blades too often, so yeah, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, these are live blades. But yeah, you guys know I like my Nakiri. I like how it flips. I think it flips really good. So obviously, I'd have a natural inclination to the Tesseract because it's by the same maker, B.A. Bally's, who is somewhat controversial, I guess, but we're not going to get into that right now. But yeah, the Tesseract was really interesting to me because not only did I absolutely love the blade shape, like it's like literally a samurai sword blade shape, but I saw videos of it and it sounded super good, and I was like, dang, this looks like it's gonna be good. Plus I like the Nakiri, so I'm assuming to have high hopes, and I'm having high hopes and expectations for the Tesseract. Now, the only thing that's kind of weird about the Tesseract, when I saw the pictures of it first online, my first impressions of it were that the handles looked really odd. Now, this is for a multitude of reasons, but mainly because of these just huge cutouts. Like, they're massive and they take up so much of the handles. They get rid of so much space, and he has his with the zippy weights, or zippy spacers, or zippy liners, or I don't know, zippy inserts. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. He has these with the zippy inserts, which I much prefer the Tesseract with, because without these inserts, you can just feel your hands slipping into this, especially these big ones right over here. With literally, you can feel them slipping into these holes with everything you do, and they feel so weird. And it just feels like there's something supposed to be there. Like, I don't know, like the cutouts are just too much. And I get that they add to the sound, but honestly, I think it sounds just as good with the inserts in. So I really don't see a point of cutting that much weight out of the handles, especially when it weighs something as little as, let's show you how much it weighs. And Cairo is right over there. If I can open this up. Cairo, get back up. It weighs just in at, let go. Sorry. He just grabbed onto the handle, or to the camera. Why you like that, bro? It weighs around 3.63 ounces. So without the inserts, it weighs around 3.7, or sorry, 3.5, which is super light for a titanium ballast song. Nothing like Gaboon, but like seriously, you don't see something like that every day. So how does it flip? Well, despite it being very light, it flips okay. Really immediately, if you don't have the zippy inserts, the first thing you're really going to notice is how light it is and how big those cutouts are and how awkward it kind of feels with those. It just feels really weird. Not to say it flips bad without the inserts. It doesn't flip bad at all. It flips okay, but you just notice it really immediately, and it's something that definitely takes a lot of getting used to. It just feels kind of odd and unique, but not unique in the way that I like my uniqueness to be, if you know what I'm talking about. But besides that, how else does it flip? I mean, another thing you're going to notice is the handles are really blocky, and don't know if I'm the hugest fan of how blocky they are, because they have these sharp edges, which aren't uncomfortable or anything, but it's just a little bit too blocky. Yeah, you will definitely notice that. Straight off the bat, I'm gonna say it. I think the Nakiri was downgraded after this. Like, the Nakiri was really good, and this is just meh, which makes me not even wanting to try the Sparrow. Even though, you know, it might be interesting because it's sandwich compared to these two being Chanwich. But, you know, I don't really have any plans at all to tempt trade or anything like that. But yeah, it's just overwhelmingly meh. And while it has a, you know, fun flipping experience while you flip it, especially with the inserts in, while it's fun to flip and a really unique and interesting experience, I don't know if I like that uniqueness. And for that reason, if I paid $450, I think it was actually might have been $480. If I paid $480 to get and then received a ballast song like this, I think I might have been pretty disappointed. I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel like this should be $480. The Nakiri, I get it. The Nakiri, I get that it might have been that expensive, and I was fine with that because I really enjoyed the way it flipped. This just doesn't hit the same for me, and I've tried this. This right now has the lightest set of weights that Blake gives in. I tried it with the zippy, or no, not zippy. They might have been 3D printed spacers or 3D printed weights. I didn't really like that. That was way too light. And then the other ones were just, they didn't really do much for me. So it definitely is best, in my opinion, with these lighter spacers, lighter weights. But even then, it just doesn't really do much for me. I mean, there's nothing it suffers on particularly. Maybe a little bit on rollovers. It tries to get you away from you a little bit. And maybe that's a little bit due to the lack of end weight. And especially I can imagine that problem being even more so with these inserts out, because I'm not going to lie, when I took them out, I flipped it and immediately was like, no, I don't like this at all. So I put them back in, which took ages, by the way. But yeah, I can imagine it would be pretty terrible at rollovers if you had the heavyweights in with no inserts, because that's just so much weight cut out of the handles, and then there's so much at the back. So yeah, definitely best in this configuration in my opinion. But fans, it does pretty good, and you can imagine that just because of the blade profile. It has the tip weight that you want. Carries momentum okay. Chaplains, Chaplains kind of start to get away from you a little bit. The thing is, at the end of the day, I don't know. This was a limited run ballad song, limited production like all of Break's other ballys, and I'm just glad I really wanted this when he was releasing it, and I was really bummed out when I didn't get one. And now I'm just thinking to myself, I'm glad I did not pay $480 for this, because like, it's okay, maybe I'd pay like $320, $330 for this, but 480 is just, I don't see the point in spending that much to get something like this. And I'm not hating on this ballad song at all. I just don't think it was worth it. And I think the design is cool, minus the handles. And I think the handles could have done with a better design, to be honest. I think that, I don't know. One thing I will give this thing is that it's really easy to mod, just because of, the flats everywhere. And maybe that's why Blake made it the way he did, because before being a ballad song maker, he is a modder, and he probably takes things like that into consideration. I just don't think it flips that great. And he kept on saying in his videos, on his Instagram stories, when he was releasing this thing, that, oh my god, it's better than the Nakiri. No, it is not better than the Nakiri. I can tell you right now, my friend Bally Yogurt, whose ballad song this is, said he vastly prefers the Nakiri to the Tesseract. And in fact, which is kind of, it's kind of sad, because I did love my Tesseract. I did get rid of my Nakiri after temp trading it with him, because, spoiler alert, the Tesseract is so gas. The Tesseract is so good. Sorry, what am I saying? The Astra is so good. It's literally amazing, and I traded mine, not for his, but because he really liked his as well, which I don't blame him, for someone else's. So I traded my Nakiri for some, it was really weird. Let me explain it to you guys. So, Bally Yogurt, he had my Nakiri, I had his Tesseract. He also sent me his Madco. Then, when I tried his... Oh, shoot, I didn't even notice the camera is off. But yeah, when I tried his Astra, I was like, I need an Astra. I don't care. Actually, the balance of the Astra is fairly similar to the balance of the Nakiri, in my opinion, with my Nakiri with the zippy weights. So after I tried it, I was like, damn, I need an Astra. So I found someone in like literally a day who was willing to trade me their Astra, and he shipped it from China. So I got an Astra, traded it for the Nakiri, but Bally Yogurt still had it. Bally Yogurt then says, dang, the Nakiri is really good, so I want a Nakiri. Basically what he did is he traded his Madco that I have plus cash for that Nakiri, that which already belonged to that guy who shipped it from China. Stay with me here. So now the Nakiri that's already in Bally Yogurt's possession now actually belongs to him, because he actually traded for it. Say hi to Cairo. He actually traded for it, and it's his now. And my Astra is... Why are you biting me, dude? He's hyper right now. But yeah, it's a whole situation. A bunch of people saying their buys, places, blah 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 blah. Long story short, this is the guy. This Madco is now the guy from China. It's his. And Nakiri's Bally Yogurts, and an Astra is on the way to me. But yeah, that may have been really, really confusing. Sorry for that. All you need to know is that I'm getting an Astra. I don't have my Nakiri anymore. But yeah, I don't know. Tesseract, mid. I don't have to worry about recommending this to anyone, because, well, first off, I don't really recommend it if you're getting it for more than $400. If you find one in the second hand, then maybe it could be a little fun addition to your collection. But it's not even in production anymore, so I don't really have to worry about recommending it to people. But yeah, that is the Tesseract. It's a fun ballad song. Just don't think it was worth the retail price, and I wouldn't have been happy if I paid the retail price. But if you find that secondhand for like $350, then sure, go ahead. I think it could be fun. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying it has some weird quirks that are definitely interesting, and I don't know if I like them. But yeah, thank you for watching, and time to record the next video. See you guys later. I don't know.